So I've been rather quiet and been a bit late in posting my YouTube videos because I'm in the process of creating a new course on painting florals in watercolor and building up the painting with layers of texture, which takes quite a while. And I'm about halfway through right now, and I thought I'd just show you what I have so far and more or less what it's going to look like when it's completed. So I already did one demonstration and I wasn't too happy with it, and so what I did was I cut it up to make cards. There were certain parts of the painting that I did like, but there were certain parts that I didn't like, so I just started from scratch, and that's the best thing to do because I don't want to put out something that's subpar. I just wanted to show you the first stage of doing this painting where I used masking fluid to mask out the flowers, some stems, some little partial flower markings. And this is, of course, I should have told you, this is fennel, wild fennel, which grows prolifically in our area, and I love the color of it and I like it against the green, and I think it's going to look quite nice when we build up these layers. The first stage of this is to use masking fluid, and I very seldom use masking fluid because I prefer to do rather loose wet in wet paintings, which this actually is. The only detail part of this is the masking out in the beginning, and I have to mask this out because we're using darker colors and we're going to have lighter color on top of the dark color. So the only way you can really achieve that is to mask out the flowers. If you look at a photo of wild fennel, it has these little yellow clusters to the top of the flower. Here's a picture taken that I took from above. But I'm not going to do it in this kind of detail because I'm a loose painter. I'm not a realist painter, and I much prefer a loose style. I'm going to basically take the shape of the flowers. They're like little clusters, and I'm just going to take I'm using a wooden skewer, and I'm taking the back of the skewer and I'm doing 3 to 5 little dots, and you want your flowers to be all different sizes. It would be much more interesting than having each one the same size. And I'm just doing basically the general shape of the flower when you're looking at it from the side, which is, again, if you have a look here, you can see here and here, and I'm just going to do each one differently. I have a mapping pen, but you can also use a palette knife, but I prefer to use this mapping pen that I bought on Amazon, I think it was, and do some just random markings on the paper of stems. And I also did a couple of just the stems that go up to the flower and not the flower itself, because that creates more interest too. So I did a bunch of those on my paper, and once your masking fluid's dry, then I'm not going to do them all. I just want to show you. Notice I'm not doing the stem of the flower because that is going to be done in the very last stage, where we're going to use a darker green to do the stems. So these masked out stems that I've done is just to, when I take them off at the end and we do the flowers in yellow, these stems will be all in white, which will just give another dimension to this painting. So I just wanted to show you part of what I'm doing on my course in how to build up different layers of texture, which gives your painting so much more dimension. When the painting's complete, the course will be posted up on my Teachable site, and So hopefully this will all work out and I'll like the result of this one. And I hope you enjoyed seeing just part of the process of building up a course in watercolors.